All right, everybody. We are live here back in the home studio, and on the phone with us now is Town Councilman Jim Adderholt. Jim, first of all, how are you and Brenda doing?
We are safe. Our son Jack is staying with us, and he's safe as well. Everybody in our building is safe, but it is something else out here. I wanted to premise this, Ed, by saying I have no access to the news, so we have not heard any official updates from anything. So all I'm going to tell you is what I see. We're literally standing here in the parking lot of Santini Plaza. And we went outside our building this morning, walked through our parking lot. It is apocalyptic. Fortunately, the building structures, the larger ones, and then even most of the smaller ones are intact, but everything else is in complete disarray. Cars are littered everywhere. Our car in our parking lot is upside down, just smattered with other cars. It's quite apocalyptic. Santini Plaza. All the windows are off the stores, and there's tremendous. The structure of Santini Plaza seems to be in place, but most of the windows are broken. At the sandbar, there's literally a sandbar delivery truck is parked in the front of the store. I mean, it was blown into the store, and it's facing outward of the store. I've never seen anything like it. It's I don't even know how to describe it, but it's the interiors are devastated at Santini Plaza, but the structure seems intact. There's a few shingles out of the roof, obviously. The Leonardo Arms is next to our building, the building that's had challenges so close to the water. The first 2 or 3 levels have basically been gutted from the interior standpoint. Structurally, it's there. The sandbags that everybody has seen are all gone. It is, and there's just pieces of pavement and asphalt that have been moved about. Tremendous destruction. If that gives you a sense of things.
Are you seeing anyone else out on the streets at this point?
Estero Boulevard is there's nothing on Estero Boulevard. There are cars that have been blown or floated, parked on various places of Estero Boulevard, so they've yet to formally clear it. We've seen Coast Guard planes flying over, but we have seen no other sign of emergency vehicles here. So that tells me I just don't know, but I don't know if the bridges are open yet. I don't know anything official because I have no access to news because we have no internet, and just the phone is working barely. So
what I can tell you and everybody that's watching is I did talk to the former mayor of Sanibel and now the county rep, Kevin Ruane, who is getting ready to go up in a helicopter. The feds have sent 70 helicopters, and they're on standby with a fleet of boats. But, of course, they're still waiting for the weather to die down a little bit. Apparently, it's still a little bit too windy for them to get up there. So they're getting ready to launch the search and rescue. They're just waiting. And that was a half hour ago. So it may be that the weather is good enough to get up.
I think about an hour ago, it seemed to have died down just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that'll allow folks to get up and see what's going on, because it is a sight to be seen. I mean, again, the structures are in place, but there are the interiors are just gutted. Cars, complete disarray of floating in all random places. Again, ours is upside down. They're parked mattresses, debris from some of the condos where the windows were blown out. All the debris has flown throughout the area. And obviously we want to make sure, hopefully someone will be able to come in and let us know if our buildings are safe, because there was a lot of erosion because of the storm surge. Every building I see structurally, at least from the appearance, and whether it's engineer structurally sound, I have no idea, but the buildings themselves seem to be still in place. Everything else, complete disarray.
So, Jim, has the water receded on Estero Boulevard from where you are?
The water has receded, and there's a few puddles here and there, but for the most part, the water is receded. People tell me we're going to have some more storm surge tonight, but I've not seen any official news on that, so I'm not going to comment on that because I just don't know.
Right. I don't know if you've seen pictures of any of the businesses down Estero Boulevard, like the Root Shrimp Company and Times Square, the pier down there, completely gone. It's all gone.
Wow. Wow. I mean, the businesses here that weren't boarded up are the interiors are gutted, but the structure of a Santini Plaza, again, still in place. I see CVS has been boarded up, but it's grim.
Jim, what do you want to say to the people that are on the island, the people that are watching? I mean, what can you say?
Well, I think people on the island right now are hungry for information. I mean, obviously, people are rightfully saying, "Why did you stay?" We had 2 or 3 senior citizens in our building that were staying. That one was had a bad knee and couldn't move. The other one that couldn't walk. So my wife's a nurse, so we decided to stay. It's just to try to help keep an eye on them. Obviously, we all should have gotten off, but at the same time, I haven't heard any reports, at least on the south end so far. And again, we're just walking around talking to people. People seem to be safe, but again, I can't. Like all of this is all based upon what I've seen and just seeing people talk and walk around, and certainly our building. But I guess we're all hungry for information. It's difficult because there's no power and there's no internet, so there's no news. So I'm sure I don't want to start any rumors because I just don't know anything aside from what I see. So I just hope everybody's safe. We're praying for everybody.
Okay. All right. Well, I know I don't want to take up all your power. I know you're short on power and have no way to get any more power. So thanks for your time, Jim, and we appreciate it. And good luck.
God bless everybody, and just prayers for everybody here because it's going to be a struggle for many weeks to come.
All right.
Yes, please stay safe.
Thanks,
you.
all.
Thank you
so much. All right.
All right. And I see that you guys are asking some questions up there. I'll only answer what I know from the pictures that I've seen. And that, yes, the Fort Myers Pier, that the Lynn Hall Park, the pier at Lynn Hall Park is gone. There are a couple of pictures where you can see it in the background, but I don't know if you've also been on our Facebook page and been able to see the video that Ty posted of Times Square. It was really our first shot to see Times Square. We had been seeing all the pictures around the area of Times Square, but not Times Square. But the buildings are just gone. Their buildings are just gone. Crazy. And there were businesses on Estero Boulevard, like I was mentioning. Yo Taco is gone. The Root Shrimp Company is gone. Hooters is gone. I mean, obviously those buildings have been there for so long, and this was a monster storm, and they kept saying it was moving out, and then it was aiming toward Tampa. And then all of a sudden it wasn't aiming toward Tampa, and every 4 hours we were getting closer and closer. And you had pulled up a picture where it looked like it landed a bullseye on Captiva.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know a lot of you guys are asking about different communities down there, like Red Coconut. We don't have information on those. It's not that we're ignoring your questions. As soon as we get any information, we'll go ahead and post it. But folks are down there to get the information, don't have cell service. So we can't really get information out to you until we get it in.
A couple of things that I was trying to get updates on. I posted a note that Fox News said that Marcino mentioned there were hundreds of people that were dead. And then when I talked to Kevin Ruane, he said Marcino never said that. So I don't know where Fox News got. It was the national Fox News, not the local affiliate. I don't know where Fox News got that hundreds of people were dead, but there are people missing. There are people. I know Tom from La Ola was looking for one of his employees last night. And Bonnie from Plaka was also missing last night. And I haven't heard anything about those guys either. So, and all of you so many of you are sending notes asking where your friends or family are. And all we can do is post them as fast as we can. And I'm also sending them on to Jackie at the chamber, and she's sending them to the fire chief. And I know the fire chief was riding around and assessing the damage, and they were going to do a search and rescue. I do believe the Dairy Queen is gone. I saw, if you see on our Facebook page, Okay, Melissa, he was on Good Morning America and said it. I don't know. I didn't see any of that, so I'm just relaying the information. Hopefully, it's not true. But you know that Lee County is a big county too, so he's got a lot of area to cover. And again, Kevin Ruane said that there are 70 federal helicopters already here in Lee County, and the federal government has also sent a fleet of boats. And as soon as they can, you've probably seen pictures of the Sanibel Causeway. It's impossible to cross, so they're going to have to get over to Sanibel. And Kevin mentioned there are 300 people stranded on Sanibel Island. Obviously, they want to go over and try and rescue those people. The water lines have been compromised, so people need to boil water. And let's see, 99% of the power is out. The cell towers are down. And they've been promised, resources from the federal government. So,
as far as signing up to help, the only thing that I know of, you can check out the Red Cross, the local Red Cross. They're getting inundated with requests for help, but right now, I don't think they're letting, they're not letting anybody on except the emergency services. So
if you try to get on the island on Fort Myers Beach, you're not going to get on there. I don't know how they're going to stop you, but they don't want people trying to go down and check out their property just yet. They want to be able to find people that are missing and rescue people that are stuck or injured or anything like that. So, I mean, tomorrow might not be today, but at least everybody will be out of the way for 24 hours. So the fire department and the EMS and whoever and the federal government can get down there and rescue people. What did you want to say?
No, I was just going to say the water has receded for now, but there'll be another high tide.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, Lisa, if that's what he said. At least that's clarification. Hopefully he's wrong, but anyway, Fox said it. We didn't say it. Hopefully it's not true. But we will just keep passing along information. I'm just trying to read through my notes here. You can keep sending pictures as long as you're in a safe area. We'll keep posting the pictures. I know some of you have been asking about specific houses and specific businesses. All we can do is put the word out and ask people if they've seen it. I mean, unfortunately, it looks like there are very few things that survived. I mean, if they survived, it's totally damaged by the water. When the fire chief said to me the other day when he was on that a storm surge of 10 feet could connect the Gulf and the bay, I kind of looked at, I thought he was bonkers. I thought he was like, you can't picture something like that in your mind when you're down on the beach and you're walking around, that the water from the Gulf could actually come over into Estero Boulevard and connect with the bay. But it sounds like that's exactly what happened from the pictures. It looks like that's exactly what happened. And it's crazy. It's just insane. It's, I think Roger Desjardins, you could see how shaken up all the county officials are. He said that it's total devastation. And these are just the pictures from Fort Myers Beach. I wonder if Captiva is still even on the map. It just looked like it was just a total bullseye over there. So, all right, we don't want to talk just for talking. We will keep, if you see the live button come up, you'll know we have an interview going. We don't know how well the internet is going to work here, but we'll.
Do you want to put out a number if people want to send, if they have videos or pictures or want to get information out?
You could just text them to 239-247-3833 if you have pictures. 239-247-3833, and we'll just keep posting them. And the other thing too is I'm going to repost it right now. If you're out of town and you want to help, the Community Foundation has already set up a PayPal link so that you can donate to their fund. Now, I'm sure people are going to be setting up other funds and GoFundMe's and things like that, but you can trust the Community Foundation. And they're the organization that helped the employees on the beach out during COVID when they were out of work. And so they're going to be helping a lot more people than the employees. But, you can trust Janine and Anita and those guys that are behind the We Are FMB and the Community Foundation, who we've been giving to for years. So I'm going to repost that to the top of our page every few hours. The link is right in the story on Beach Talk Radio News beachtalkradionews.com. The story is the top story. It'll stay on the top story, and the link is right there. So there you go. All right, everybody. We will check back in as soon as we're planning to have Jackie on at 1 o'clock. We have the former administrator of FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Association, is going to join us at 1 o'clock. So you definitely want to tune in for that so we can see what kind of federal response will be in place for something this massive. So keep that in mind. And if we get somebody on before that, you'll see us pop up with a 3-minute warning.
All right. Thank